What's going on, guys? We are back with Kernal Kue, a replay analysis for him through patreon.com/Gibbs00 if you want a replay analyzed. You can go there. The tier is usually full most of the time, but people rotate throughout the month that they hop off of it. So keep on the lookout there on the Patreon. There's no way to get like notifications, I don't think, for when spots open up. You just kind of have to keep looking for it. Sorry it's always sold out, but I can only do so much in a month, so I decided 8 was a sweet spot for that. But thank you for all the support so far from all the replay analysis, from even just watching it. So thank you for that. We're going to get right into this replay with Kernal Kue. He is Challenger Elite Division 4. He said this is a solo standard game, and one of the comments he makes is he thinks that in solo standard, usually the skill level is a little bit higher than you would see in maybe a normal doubles or a normal threes. And I have to agree. Solo standard is probably the least played playlist, so the levels are going to be a little bit lower. Like, say, the top 100 to get into there, you only have to be all-star, or even maybe even shooting star to get into the top 100 of solo threes. And this just proves the point that, like, throughout the entire thing, players are going to be more skilled throughout every division compared to other ones. But of course, you know, it's kind of random too. Like when you're in the middle ground, it's hard to get, like it's hard to tell what type of teammates you have. But on that, let's get into the replay. We're going to start this over all the way at the beginning because we missed all of it while we did that. But you guys got to catch a sneak peek and see what I'm going to offer here. Face-off's decent. Again, I always say to try and push it forward, like on the diagonal, and here he tries to go just center to like block it. Generally I would try and push it to the right because that's the normal formation. You see how Cole is going to the left there for Letty, and that's what Letty does. He throws it right over to Cole. Cole actually makes a really bad play here. Where is he? There he is. So let me go back. When you're on a face-off, when you're going for boost, you grab that boost and you turn up the field. You never turn back on the field. Like, you should be turning up. Of course, like, you can turn more if you need to on the face-off, but it's very unlikely that a face-off goal is going to be scored. Here, he turns away from it, so he just gives up all chance at making a play in this ball. And now Bun of Doom, who was at the face-off circle, goes all the way over to boost and actually wins this ball. Not a great play on the face-off. You want to be going towards the face-off when you're going for the boost, because that's why you went for the boost, to try and make an early play on the face-off. So here we'll continue. Here's a clear attempt. Now there's no one around him. He tries to push up a little hard, actually. Right here with Kernal Kue. Oops, my apologies. Don't look at the bottom bar if you don't want to be spoiled. Right here, I guess he thinks Skit is going to win it, or Sickit. I can't really tell what the name is. But Sickit misses. Right here, he should pause a little bit just to see where this hit is going, but he's ready to move it up. Now he even starts to boost, which I'm surprised about because Callie just makes a touch on the ball. He actually gets almost 2 in front of this ball, and now he has to make a play in the air while already going fast. Makes it a much harder play. He does make the play. He throws it to the side. Not the greatest play, though. You want to throw those deep into the corner if possible. But he's just got to be careful. I understand moving up because you think that your guy's going to win it, but then after he loses it, got to be a little careful. Don't want to push it up too fast because then it's a harder play for you to make. If you're going really fast at a ball, it's a lot harder to make. Of course, you can get a harder hit, but the trade-off is you have less time to react or less time to aim your hit. And that's what happened there. This is a pretty good save, actually. I thought he was going to meet the ball on the wall. It probably would have been safer if he goes right for the wall to meet it, like right before the post. So he goes a little bit too far to the post, but it actually works out because he bounces off the wall and side flips at the same time. He's basically blocking that entire side. I would have liked if he got a little bit higher so then he could block it if it does go a little bit over him. Because you don't have to be... do a short jump to block low hits. Like, you can still get a decent size height for the block. But it wasn't terrible. He does get the block, but the ball doesn't really go anywhere. It's just kind of a weird 50-50. That's kind of why I wanted to meet the ball on the wall, because then he would have had a much harder hit, or at least a better chance at a 50-50 squirting away from the net. Instead, the way he did it, he was only trying to block it, and the only way that helps him is if Cole hits it multiple times into him, and then the ball squirts out some way, but it didn't work out that way there. Personally there, yeah, I would attack the wall. Of course, hindsight's 20/20. Like, attack the ball on the wall, like, instead of just trying to block the angle. Because he had a little bit of time there, which is hard to read, maybe, because Cole was, like, he was pressuring. Like, it's a hard play either way. Here's just a weird play. He's a second on this face-off. So when you're second on the face-off, you shouldn't back up. Like, there's really no point to back up. Let's go back again. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's another guy on a diagonal, so he thinks he's probably, like, the other guy is going to make a move. But so here's why I like a further back camera distance. Even when you're just looking right here at this screen, he can barely see the player on his left, and he can't see the player on his right. If his camera distance is just a little bit further back, he would be able to see both his players, and he would know what the other guy is going to do on the right. Like, say the guy on the right backs up for boost, then he can immediately go forward and try and make a play on the faceoff for the second hit. But since he can't see him, he's blind to him completely. He just backs up, so they both back up, and now they're both out of the play. So this gives Callie an easy hit here. Weird dive. This isn't the best dive in the world. Like, I would right here, like, fake the attack and then hook back around. Don't go in the air because that just puts you out of the play. Like, you really have, like, no shot here. And instead, now he's just out of the play. Of course, in 3v3, it's not as bad. But it's just something to be aware of. Like, you don't want to just launch yourself when you literally have no chance at a play, if possible. So that was actually a really good play here. Like, it's something that you don't see often. Kernal Kue leaving the ball for Bunnadoom because Bunnadoom has an angle on a shot. He sees that Cole is not back yet. So if Bunnadoom hits this really hard, it's possible that it goes in. Or at least throw it high in the air, then make Cole make a hard save. It's most likely not because Cole is already turned around. But this is a better play to let Bunnadoom go for it. Cole makes the hit, though. Good boost grab, though. That's what you should do when you don't have a lot of boost. Just run and grab boost and get ready for the next play. It's really hard to do anything on 0 boost. And now this play, this is actually a pretty good pass. I think he meant to throw it back into the corner, but it actually turns out to be a pretty good pass right to the side to Bunnadoom. Now Bunnadoom should try and throw that off the top of his head a little bit more instead of throwing it right down into the ground. Let's look at Bunnadoom's angle here. It looks like it's a pretty tough play, though, because it's very surprising. Yeah, he can't really reach it in time, but if he could have, then I would have tried to throw it up. Now here, he can't see if there's a goalie. He should assume there's goalies. So your best bet is to actually throw it off the wall, like on the left. Like when you know there's goalies and you know that your shot, it's not going to be that quality, try and throw it to the left to make the goalies miss, like, or make them dive to a spot where they can't make a play, and then it's actually like a free rebound. But that was hard to tell because of how quick it was. So we'll continue here. This is a good rotation. He has one in net. He's just playing like that side game in case he has to go up the wall or anything like that. It's actually pretty good positioning. And again, pretty decent position here. He's waiting to see where this ball is coming out. He knows he has two teammates in front of him, so he has to be cautious. Here, he could have took a shot, actually. He has plenty of time here, so there's no one coming for this wall. Callie actually lands pretty well on the wall, so Callie might be able to come around for a play. But besides that, Cole's in his net. Letty's in his net. He has time to wait for this to bounce. Maybe Cole can make a better challenge if that happens, but instead he tries to play this while the ball's still in the air and doesn't even try and angle it for a shot, which I'm surprised about because these spots are like the sweet spots for shots. Is like just outside the 18-yard box. If you can get a good angle on the shot, then this could be a goal, or at least put it closer to the net for a center. Instead, he just hits it perfectly straight. Not a great hit there. He tries to side flip at the last second to change the direction of the shot, but it's too late. And it doesn't really work out there. I would much prefer him trying to take a shot here. Just throw it up high into the net. With Letty watching that inside post too. If you throw that outside, that's a free goal. Because Letty, it's going to be very hard for him to back up, turn around, and try and make a play. So, I was hoping for a shot there. Didn't happen. Good challenge though by his teammates for the pass. Ooh, unfortunate there. He goes up here. He's expecting the bounce to happen, which I'm surprised about because right here, Callie's making that play. Without a doubt, Callie is going to hit that ball. And if he doesn't, it's in, most likely. So this is a very bad play to be that third man who has the best chance for a rebound, to put yourself in a spot where you can't like move your car to get this juicy rebound from him. Callie makes a pretty decent save. But if he's on the ground, he can probably come around and hook this in. Like if he's sitting on the ground, he can drive to the right and side flip this ball in. Instead, he goes in the air and then he can't, like he has no control of his car in the air besides what he can do with boost, but that's not a lot. When you're that third man waiting for a juicy rebound, you should definitely stay grounded as long as possible to see where the ball is first and then make your move. Try not to go in the air when you think the other team is going to hit it. I would not go in the air first. Like, that's the only thing there. This play actually works out for him, but again, he kind of dies at this really, really late. I would not have done this play. This is not his ball no matter what happens. If Letty just hits this to the right, to, like, Letty's right and our left, then there's 2 players out of the play, and there's a 3-on-1 situation. So this is actually a really, really poor play. He should not have flown for that. Again, he goes in the air a little bit early when it's not his ball whatsoever, and that time it kind of worked out. He kind of got a dunk, but still not worth in the long run. Now, say you're the first guy like on that play. Like, I just want to go back to that play for a second. Then that's okay, but he was so far back, I wouldn't go for it. But being the second man, then you really want to make sure that you can make contact on a 50-50 aerial at least, because, again, it leaves you at a 3v1 situation if you miss. All right, we'll go back here. He's the third man. So that was a little weird because there was a lot of fakes. And Letty doesn't look like he is actually going to make this play. I understand why he's going for this. But it is risky because he is that third man back. Just loses out on that. That's just, he didn't read Letty exactly correctly here. And it was a little awkward because there's 2 misses. And when there's misses, everything gets thrown off. Right here, though, when you see Letty turn, you can kind of tell at this point he's probably going to make the play. So this is when you want to try and be like, oh shit, I messed up. You jump and you side flip to try and block any type of shot. Like, it's okay, like, if you go for a challenge and then realize, oh shit, I'm the second guy, because as long as you're close enough, then you can still try and block at least the shot. So then, sure, like, if he beats you to a corner, at least there's time for your team to get back, but if it's a shot, you can't, there's no time there. So instead here, he tries to win it anyway and just loses out. That's just a bad read over Letty. And he's had a hard time with 50-50s so far during this game. He's having a really hard time trying to read how far away the opponents are. Let's go back to this face-off. This time, again, he, like, is giving up on the face-offs. As soon as he's going for this face-off, he just gives up on it. By going center, it's letting Letty decide how the face-off goes. The only thing that he's trying to do here is maybe kill the face-off for his teammate. But I wouldn't trust teammates in solo threes to, like, cheat up to the middle. Because even if you hit it to your own side, to, like, to the left, or, well, I guess it would be that way because my camera is reversed, then you would, like, at least have your teammate, even if he cheats up to the mid, he's still going to win that ball. Because the other team is always going to go to their side. So, like, another loss there, like, on the face-off. And that's very easily corrected. And, of course, like, there isn't goals scored on every single face-off, but it's still something good to know because that could be the deciding factor in a lot of your games. Like, I would say, like, maybe 5% of your games could be decided based on face-offs. So, you got to be very careful with that. Alright, let's see what he does here. Just throws with the wall. Like, this is a very smart play. So this is, like, the type of play that I wanted to see from him before. He has no angle on a shot here at all. So I really like that he just goes for it and he's like, you know what? I have no angle on a shot. Let's just throw it off the wall and let my teammates come and try and make the play. And it really helps that 2 of them try and stop him there. Takes 2 out of the play. And that's all you really want in threes is when you make a move, if you can make 2 people miss, you're looking good for your teammates. And a great shot there by Sickett. Great pass from Kernal Kue. And that's what I want to see. Like, just make people miss. This is your first... is the first thing that you should do is just make people miss. And he did it well there. Alright, so here I see what he's trying to do. Like, this is a smart play. He's trying to flick it off the top of his hood. Like, right here, if he can make just a little bit of a touch on this, this is probably in. Like, it might be high. It, like, depends on exactly where he hits it. Tries to go for it. It's a smart idea. It just barely misses. Like, I like the play, though. And that just happens, you know. Sometimes, like, you'll miss. Can't be perfect. Alright, here, like, this is a good play. So, what a lot of people do is, when you have a long time for a hit, usually a person will go up the wall. Like, Callie's going up the wall. A lot of people will still throw it off that wall. It's a very good idea, like, when you see the other team, like, alright, I know you're going to hit it towards this wall. You either want to short it and hit it off the wall really close to you, so then you can get a pass to yourself and make a next play, or you want to just throw it up the open field. Now, of course, if they, like, side flip off the wall, they might get the block, but it's a lot harder than if they meet it on the wall where they can take a shot. So it's a good play. He throws it forward, off the diagonal. He's going for the second hit. Again, just barely missing. This is a hard read. Like, when you're trying to read these corners, it's very hard. He just had to get a little higher again, just a little bit short on it. But, again, he's the first man up, so that's a very smart play. I want him to try for those plays. Doesn't matter like if you miss, because you'll still have 2 people on defense, and it's definitely worth to try that. This is a decent double hit. It does, excuse me, center it for the other team. It happens. And then no one was there in net. It's a little unfortunate that it hit it twice. Usually what you want to do on clears like this is throw it up the wall. It looks like he tried to throw it up the wall and just kind of had a little bit of a mishap. Let's see what... Now, Sickett kind of... Or Skit. I don't know why I keep thinking there was an I in front of that. You know, whatever. This is a bad play by him, because he's the third man back. He should sit on this goal line, especially when the ball goes out forward like that. When there's 2 guys over there, like, you're not sure who's going to win it. So your best bet is to just spin and hold the line. He might not have made the save anyway, because that's a really good shot. But that's what he should have done. Instead, he tried to push up a little too hard. And then Bunnadoom, I want to check what Bunnadoom did here. So Bunnadoom tries to meet this quickly. See, that was strange. He's turning a lot here. He wastes a lot of space by turning back and forth a ton. So let's go into... let's play this live here. First he flies for it, which he shouldn't have. That's besides the point. Now right here, let's watch how much he turns for no reason. So right here, he turns left. That's good. He's going straight. He turns maybe a little bit too left. Yeah, he turned a little bit too left. And now he's turning back right to line up again. Now he turns left again, which he's like going like down the field, like almost like perfectly straight, which he should not be doing. He should be going diagonal towards the ball. Instead, he's trying to go up the field. So he turns left. He turns right again to try and fix it. He's a little bit like there. He was on a decent angle. Now he turns left again. He turns more left, and then he turns back right. And now he's turning super right. Like, look how far right he turned. Now he's ball chasing to the right. And now he finally turns left and tries to guard the angle. Finally, like right there. And even then, he's still turning a little bit too far to the left. That's just really, really poor driving. He wasted so much time by turning those extra little times when he could have just went that way to begin with and met the ball. And he would have had an easy 50-50 right over Cole if Cole tried for that same shot. But he wasted so much time by turning left, right. He couldn't make up his mind. And that's going to cost you goals all the time. You have to know how to drive the shortest distance to the ball right after it bounces off the wall. And that was just really, really poor driving. Sorry. Went on a tangent there. But that was just really poor driving. Did not like it. All right, let's continue. So what you want to do on these aerials, like when they're going right above your head, you want to make sure you brake before you jump if you have to. Generally, you don't want to have to fly like if you're right under the ball, because you're not going to get a lot of momentum on a shot. But he kept driving forward and almost went under it. But he does make up for it by throwing it to the right and back. That's actually a safer play, because you know that you have your third man there. And it's better than just like lobbing it right to the orange team if it's going to be a bad aerial. So it actually works out. Bunnadoom actually makes a really solid hit here. And everyone goes for this ball. So I'm going to go to fly view real quick. And I understand why Kernal's going for this. It's very understandable. He's got a decent shot at it. Bunnadoom also has a shot at it. Let's watch Skit here. Skit should not be going up for this ball whatsoever. Like, what are you doing? All right, so right there, like Bunnadoom, he's trying to land again, so it's understandable that he does not go for this ball. This is definitely Kernal Kue's ball. It's a really hard hit to make. So I don't fault him for missing it, and I don't fault him for going for it. It's a tough hit, but these are hits that you want to practice. So he goes up and just whiffs, and Skit doesn't even come close either, but look how far back Skit is. He's at midfield. Let's go back to Skit. We'll go to play review. He sees 2 players up. He knows Bunnadoom is not making this play. Kernal Kue has already jumped. He's not even at midfield yet, Skit. And he jumps from the midfield line. Doesn't even come close to hitting this ball. He actually jumps to the right, which would be that way. I have to like reverse my webcam. I have to figure out like how to do that so it actually makes sense. But he jumps to the right when the ball's going left. So he's going to have to make up so much boost. Because of the speed he's going on the ground too, it's not going to be able to happen because he needs too much boost to try and correct it. He tries to use like almost all his boost there and doesn't even come close to changing a direction at all. And that's why when you're going supersonic speeds and you jump for the like an aerial, you basically have no chance to change your direction. So you better make sure that you're lined up really, really well. And now he just, like, gave up. He's like, wow, that aerial was so bad, I'm just going to give up for a little while. And that sucks. That sucks that he's given up. You never want to see that. Now my replay is bugged. No! It broke! Rip. Alright, we're going to go right back into the replay in a second. It has officially broken, guys. So I got to Alt F4. Actually, that doesn't work. I forgot that doesn't work. Let's go to Task Manager. He broke it with such a bad aerial. I'm keeping all this. Skit, what are you doing? Oh my god, it went green! What is happening? Things are dying. I am scared. Hold me. Hold me close. Alright, we're back, guys. And, Skit has broken everything. Doesn't want to play, and he's broken everything. We'll go back to Kernal Kue here. And we'll see what he's doing. Oh, he's going for the turtle. He's going for the turtle! Now, see, that's the way to give up. If you're going to give up, if someone else quits, turtle is the way to go. If anything, I am a turtle man. I understand. Oh, this should have been like a better shot. Like this, you want to get on your front bumper here. Right there. You need to jump a little bit earlier and then front flip at that or diagonally flip. He goes under the ball a little bit too much. He could have had a really hard hit if he had just put his bumper on it. But we'll continue. It's a 2v3 now. For now, until Skit comes back. I don't know if he will. Did Skit return? Yeah, Skit's back now. Hooray, Skit. He's done crying from his bad aerial. He's back. There we go. Good play there. Just got to wait out for the rebound. Oh, and he gets the dunk. Get fucking fucked, bud. Anyway, let's show it right here. What happened. So, this time, he doesn't jump needlessly, which works out perfectly. He waits for Callie's hit. I'm excited. I'm sorry. He waits for Callie's hit, and now he's in a perfect spot for the rebound. Makes a great hit there, and then I like this. He's the first man up. You got to go for that dunk. You have to. You have to then type GFFB in chat after you get that goal. Great job there. Great follow-up as well. And we'll continue with Kernal Kue. Let's show this face-off again. Again, he loses face-off. He's lost every single face-off. Stop going to the center. Try and hook it to the right. Do a side flip to the right, damn it. But anyway, he loses face-off. Skit gets the ball. Ooh, Skit took a little bit too long there. Lost the challenge. Ooh, I understand what he's trying for here. It's hard to tell where like everyone is, but at some point though, you have to realize that like when that ball's coming off the sidewall, you might not have that much time for a shot, and it's better to just keep the field position and throw it to the right. He just misreads that opportunity. Didn't realize that the other guy was there, which happens because it's very hard to tell when they're coming in from the side. Understandable. Oh, that was a weird looking shot. I'm gonna see this again. Nice try by Letty, and then with the save from Kernal. Looked very strange. Everyone's flying. Everyone's panicking. Should have attacked it. Ooh, really bad angle on this attack. He needs to line himself up and get ready for this, but that was a really, really poor angle. He should have easily had that ball. Like, he's just... I just got to be careful on some of those wall hits where he's not lining up correctly. Like, he's trying to move up the field a little bit too much. That's kind of what his teammate was doing before as well when he was driving forward and back, forward and back. Alright, so right here, he grabs boost probably. It's just a replay glitch. Skit with the shot. Makes two go up. I like this play too. Just tap it off the wall. That's perfectly fine. I think he was trying for the shot, but that works too. Like, if he would have got the wheels on it a little bit more, then he could have dropped it in the net. But works out. Lands it right under the net. That's what I want to see. That bumper shot where it goes over the net. You hope that Letty jumps there. Sometimes they do and they panic. But he didn't here. But Letty actually makes a really poor clear. And gives his teammates a chance for a shot, but good rotations by Orange to settle that one. Okay, good clear. Bunadoom with the shot. A little bit light, a little bit light. Alright, we got ourselves some overtime. Let's see how this goes. Let me go back to face-off again. He lost it again, guys. 4 face-offs, 4 losses. You don't want that to happen. And look, this entire ball control right now is off that face-off loss. They haven't got the ball out of their zone since the face-off started. It's still here. And look, that's your 5% right there. That was all because of the loss on the face-off. Of course, there was other things going on. But if he didn't lose that face-off, they wouldn't have had ball control here. And he could have made the difference. So please, Guys, when you're at this level, Challenger Elite, it's very easy to just boost at the face-off and throw it to your right, unless you're facing really good face-off players. But at this level, no one's really doing it. And of course, some of those will get neutralized, which is fine, because the other person's trying to do the same thing. But that's better than just losing every single face-off without, like, getting any help. But yeah, so that'll do it for this replay. Skit is breaking our replays, but we made it through. Kernal Kue, thank you so much for the support on Patreon. And, yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.